There we are.
तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, 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 तेरो ध्यान अति पावन। श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, गौरी माधव वंदन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन। श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, गौरी माधव वंदन, गौरी माधव वंदन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन। तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन। तेरो ध्यान ध्यान निर्मल 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 ध्यान निर्मल मूलाधार तू ही वसत मंगलमय करत जगत
मंगलमय करत जगत मंगलमय करत जगत
लय स्वर ही नादा
ब्रह्म लय स्वर ही नादा ब्रह्म
लय स्वर ही नादा
ब्रह्म लय स्वर ही
नाद ब्रह्मनाद ब्रह्मनाद ब्रह्म लय स्वर ही नादा ब्रह्म लय स्वर ही नादा ब्रह्म संगीतमय करत जगत संगीतमय करत जगत तेरो ध्यान अति पावन तेरो ध्यान अति पावन
Jai Shri Mataji. With ever increasing joy, we approach the celebration of the puja to Sri Ganesha. So good evening, welcome to this UK collective meditation for Thursday, 14th of September, and we shall continue with Sri Ganesha as our principal theme, as our entire theme in preparation for the coming puja. So let's raise our kundalini and tie it up and put ourselves in bandhan. When we raise our kundalinis as one, we become one. And the power of this is immense. We can feel it even as we sit. So let's just spend a moment in the silence of Sasrara, in the company of Sri Ganesha, at the lotus feet of our mother, in the folds of her sari. It is the fervent desire of every child to be close to its mother. Sri Ganesha, you awaken in us this pure desire to be close to and fully embraced by the love of our Holy Mother. We thank you again and again for this blessing. Let's say 4 times the mantra of Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Shri Ganesha Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Shri Ganesha Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat, Shri Ganesha Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Sri Ganesha, your power is without limitation. So this we pray, when we take your name as one, as a collective, may you awaken in the whole world, in the heart of every true seeker, the pure desire to return to our Holy Mother. To be enfolded in her heart. May your innocence be awakened and shine everywhere. May it outshine all the superficialities. May it outshine all the stars in all the galaxies. May the sunshine of your light be reflected from the moon and awaken the left side of pure desire. Jai Shri Mataji. Silent meditation for a moment. Sri Ganesha Arti, English translation. You create happiness and take away sorrow in times of trouble. You nourish us with love and shower us with blessings. Your beautiful body is adorned with fragrant paste, and you wear a shining necklace of pearls. O Sri Mangalamurti, victory to God, victory to God, victory to the embodiment of auspiciousness. By your presence alone, the wishes in our mind are fulfilled. Victory to you, O Lord God, victory to God. Wearing gold ornaments studded with gems, you are Adishakti's son. You are anointed with sandalwood paste, kumkum and saffron. The diamond-studded crown adds to your beauty. The jingling anklets on your feet are making heavenly music. You have a big belly and wear a yellow silk dhoti and a sacred thread. Your unusual face has a curved trunk and 3 eyes. The servant of Sri Rama is waiting for you in this house. At times of problems, you save us from calamities. You protect us, you who are worshipped as the greatest of the deities. Our hearts overflow with the love that you inspire in us when we worship you together. These invocations were first offered to Sri Mataji at Sri Ganesha Puja 1984, below the Matterhorn in Switzerland. You are the one to be worshipped first. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the word that was in the beginning. You are the Omkara. You are the source of life. You are the source of security. You are worshipped with red flowers. You are adored by yogis and yoginis. You are the support of the root and the support of the fruit. You are auspiciousness and the bestower of auspiciousness. You are wisdom and the bestower of wisdom. Obeisance to you again and again. You are innocence and the bestower of innocence. You make holy what evil had soiled. You build anew what was destroyed. You resurrect the innocence that was lost. You are the Lord of chastity. You are the bestower of the inner paradise. You are the refuge of all. You have compassion for your devotees. You are the giver of satisfaction and fulfillment. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the beloved son of Sri Mahagauri. You are the greatest pupil of Sri Mahasaraswati. You are the guardian of Sri Mahalakshmi. You are listened to by Sri Adikundalini. You are manifested in the 4 heads of Sri Brahmadeva. You are the foremost disciple of Sri Shiva. You are the glory of Sri Mahavishnu. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the bond of love between Sri Rama and his brothers. You lead the dance of Sri Krishna's gopis. You are Jesus the child and Christ the King. You fill the nets of Jesus' disciples. Obeisance to you again and again. You reside in all the deities. You are the house of yoga. You are the substance of the Adi Guru. You become the Adi Guru to reveal your mother. You only know how to worship your mother. You only know your mother. You are the joy of your mother. You live on the complete blessings of your mother. You live in the present, which is the presence of God. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the foundation of the Sahaja collective, the Sangha. You are the body of Dharma. You are the essence of Buddha. You are Sahaja. You are the primordial friend. You create the sphere of Sahaja Yoga. You are the honesty of Sahaja Yoga. You are the eldest brother of the Sahaja Yogis. Obeisance to you again and again. You bestow the Shakti of chastity upon the Sahaja Yogis. You are pleased by humility. You are pleased by simplicity. You grant the knowledge of pure love. You grant the love of pure knowledge. Obeisance to you again and again. You are beyond grasp. You are beyond temptations. You are beyond imagination. You challenge, defeat, and punish negativity. You watch the gates of hell. You open and close the gates of hell. That which is not within you is hell. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the Lord of the Ganas. You grant the subtlety of discretion. You remove all the obstacles. You bless the sanctity of the marriage union. You call on this earth the realized souls. You are the dignity of eternal childhood. You are the Lord of Maharashtra. Obeisance to you again and again. You are complete and perfect. You do not tolerate fanaticism, especially in Sahaja Yogis. You play and see the play. You are magnetic and fascinating. You are the beloved one. You are the quality that makes love enchanting. You are the power of all bandhans. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the savior of our attention. You have a prominent belly expressing contentment. You are fond of kusha grass, which is Mother Earth's green sari. You are fond of ladus because you are the essence of sweetness. You are fond of dancing for your mother's delight. You fan your ears to make the Chaitanya blow. You have one tusk to lift us out of samsara, the world. Obeisance to you again and again. You hold many weapons for the destruction of evildoers. You are the guardian of the Sanctum Sanctorum. You shine like 1,000 suns. You rule over a galaxy of lotuses. You bestow upon the seekers the power to become lotuses. You are the remembrance of God within all the seekers. You sustain the hope of God during the quest. Obeisance to you again and again. You destroy the impurity of Kali Yuga. You are the bestower of boons. You are the bestower of absolute happiness. You gave an infinitesimal fraction of your power to Manmata, the god of love, and he conquered the world. You give to love its power of attraction. You are the purity of love immaculate. You are the love that soothes, nourishes, and elevates to God. You are the love by which we recognize God. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the vessel of sacred adoration. You are lost in the goddess's darshan. You bring the yogi to the goddess's darshan. You grant the darshan of the form and the formless. You grant the darshan of Sri Nirmalama and of Sri Nirguna. Obeisance to you again and again. You are the master of protocol of Sri Adishakti Nirmala Devi. You are the foremost knower of Sri Adishakti Nirmala Devi. You witness the awesome greatness of Sri Adishakti Nirmala Devi. Obeisance to you again and again. You allow the Divine Mother to feel her motherhood. You allow the Divine Father to enjoy her creation. You allow the Sahaja Yogis to melt into you. You are the owner of God as the child owns his mother. And you are fond of playing with your mother, Sri Nirmala, in the snowy regions of Sahasrara. Sakshat Sri Adishakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's allow ourselves to go deep into meditation and listen through our hearts and through our sasrara to Mother's talk.
properly. Sri Ganesha has 4 hands. And the hand that carries the destructive weapon of Parasha is the one you have to be careful about. That is his job. And if you neglect him, that force will act. And act so vehemently that despite your realization, you may not be able to save yourself. Do not take your realization for granted. Unless and until your Ganesha is settled, your realization has no meaning at all. Watch yourself. Have you got adulterous eyes? Have you got an adulterous mind? What is your expectation about Sahaja Yoga? So many think that in Sahaja Yoga, God blesses you, then you must get a good amount of health, money, and position, power. The first thing you must ask for is the pure Ganesha, Nirmal Ganesha. Oh Mother, please give us the blessings of establishment of purity in our Ganesh principle. In relationships, in attitudes, in behavior, try to judge yourself. Are you innocent? Christ has said, anything against him may be tolerated, but nothing against the Adishakti. But I must tell you as your mother, it's not true. Maybe against me some things may be tolerated, but nothing against Christ the Lord. Nothing against Lord Ganesha. Everything that is done against him after realization will tell upon you, and you will be thrown out of the realm of God as absolutely degraded people. That is one thing that will not be tolerated, will not be forgiven, will never be accepted. Whatever you have done, the past is finished now because you are a new bird. But after becoming this, if you try to take to these wrong ideas or to indulge into them, I cannot help you at all. After all, Sri Ganesha is my son, because he is pure. Now he is not the only son I have. I have so many sons and daughters. And I have made you in the same way as I created Sri Ganesh, without the father, on my own. To your mother, nothing but purity of heart and purity of your body is going to please. Anything that is impure has to be thrown away. My name itself means purity. You can do it. You are empowered to do it. You have a kundalini to do it. But the first thing you have to do is to cleanse that. And the rest, you don't have to worry. Sri Ganesha will look after it. One chakra you keep clean, the rest is looked after. All your incurable diseases, right from all muscular troubles like myelitis and all that, all your incurable diseases, right from cancer onwards, all your psychosomatic problems, right from schizophrenia and everything, come because of the disturbance in Muladhara. When the roots are not all right, how can you cure the tree? If the roots are all right, then any medicine can reach any center, any area, any place, any fruit. But if the roots are not all right, how can you work it out? Today you have called me here to worship Sri Ganesha within me. Sri Ganesha within me is a powerful identity. While worshipping him, you have to know that such a powerful thing you have to establish within yourself. And by that establishment, you have to manifest the powers of Sri Ganesha. And the power of Sri Ganesha's greatness is auspiciousness. It's a coefficient. It's a formula, we can say, in scientific language, that emits auspiciousness. It's a magnet in the Mother Earth. The same magnet is within you, which is Sri Ganesh. You leave me alone and I can tell you which is the north, south, east, west. Close my eyes till I'll tell you. You know there are so many birds who fly out all the way to Australia, to Siberia, because they have that magnet with them. They have that innocence with them. There are so many fishes which have got actual magnet placed in them. Scientists should find out. In the same way, Sri Ganesha within us is magnetic. So a person who has Sri Ganesha awakened within himself becomes magnetic. And magnet attracts the steel, not dried leaves, does not, steel. And steel is like the Guru Tattva. The man with the steel, say, man of steel, a person who has character, conviction, and who cannot be dominated by temptations is a man of steel. So this magnet attracts the steel. Steel has only one bad thing about it, that it is not pliable. It's rather dry. But the magnet attracts, means it creates that special quality in the steel that it moves towards the magnet. In the same way, when this magnet is awakened within you, you will be amazed. Instead of people running away from your ashrams, they will be running towards you. I find it impossible. I go to any house. If they come to know I am there, what save me? Anywhere. Any place. So what is this magnet? It's pure love. Is pure love. And the concept of pure love is that it doesn't depend on anything whatsoever but on itself. It is the support of itself. It's like light that spreads just by its own nature. It doesn't want anything, doesn't expect anything. Just spreads all over and enlightens other people's heart. That's why they get attracted. Those who have not even seen me, those who have not even known me, just with my name I have seen. Places like Calcutta, we had such a problem, such crowds, that they said we have to call the police. I said there's no need to call the police, but we'll manage somehow. In Pune we had such crowds that the fellow who gave us the hall got a fright. He said, Mother, I'll give you a very big area where you can sit down in a big open place, but I am sorry, my hall, all will be finished. I said, you don't worry. Everything will be in proper place. We had such crowds that people were sitting on the ground, on the staircase, everywhere. Until I spoke, nobody moved an inch. You see, like a picture. And I spoke for 1.5 hours. Just like a picture. No movement of hand, feet, eyes, nothing. Just sitting like a picture. And the gentleman who owned that hall had never seen such a thing before. Throughout for 1.5 hours, no movement of any kind. What is it that working? Is the magnet. Even if you are the steel, it will attract. But if you are a magnet, then it will attract in such a way that it will never leave this magnet. So for yoga it is important that you fix up your magnets of Sri Ganesha, who is the childlike personality. A child, there's one child, everybody is attracted towards the child. One child gets stuck up somewhere in the air. Whether you are a Russian, American or an Arab, everybody would be worried about the child, what's happening to the child. They will not think it's an Arab child or an American child, no. Unless until it's a devil. Why this attraction for children? Because their magnets are intact. Their ego has not yet developed. Our ego had to develop because we had to decide in our own freedom what is right and what is wrong. So the ego developed was all right. Up to a point we should have developed our ego. But we overdeveloped it. And overdeveloped it. overlap the superegos. No conditioning, nothing. We'll do whatever we like. Today we are wearing a half pant, tomorrow we'll wear a long pant, all right? Then we'll cut our hair or we'll do this, we'll do that. No conditioning of any kind. All superego was also covered, ego. This ego would have been all right if you had kept your Ganesh Tattva. And what is that? Is the wisdom power of Ganesha. The second power of Ganesha is that he gives you wisdom. If you see a farmer and a big professor or a very well educated man and talk to both of them, you will find the farmer has much more wisdom than this MAD, PhD. Why? Because he deals with Mother Earth every day. He knows the living process. He knows about the innocence of the Mother Earth. So an innocent person is the wisest among. A child who is innocent is much wiser than 10 ego-oriented people. So the second capacity of Sri Ganesha is that you become a wise person. When you speak, people start looking at you. You speak like Kabira, you speak like Nanaka. You speak like something that makes people feel their spirit. This is what I call is a Sahajogi. A Sahajogi who does not have wisdom is good for nothing. He comes to Sahajoga and he is like a bull in a china shop. Goes on hitting this person and hitting that person and hitting that person. And when you ask this three-wounded person, they say that bull, the same bull. Everybody reports about the same bull. Oh, that's the one. All right. So it grants you wisdom. When you have the power of Sri Ganesha, your eyes are radiant. You get a spark in your eye, a light in your eye. When he is enlightened in you, then you cannot look at anyone with lust and greed. But this glance is so powerful that even one glance is sufficient to purify thousands of people. Just the opening of the eyes are necessary. And you find whole thing changes into a beautiful morning from a complete dark night. Glance can awaken the Kundalini. The mother Kundalini cannot move unless and until Sri Ganesha gives the permission. He is like the vice chancellor sitting on all the chakras. He has to certify, all right, passed, go. On every chakra. And when the Kundalini rises, Sri Ganesha is awakened, otherwise Kundalini cannot rise. But then when he sleeps down, Kundalini is sucked by him. Now we think we have lost our innocence. That's not easy to be lost. It is not destructible. Only thing what you have done is to cover it with something that cannot allow Sri Ganesha's principle to manifest in us. You have pushed it down, you have brought pressure on it, you have brought loads and loads of nonsense on it. That's all. But it never dies. It is an eternal principle of the whole universe. The another quality of a person who is endowed with Sri Ganesha's powers is that he removes all the hurdles. If one person of this nature is in some place, all the rest of the people who are nearby will be saved if there's an accident or if there's any problem which is destructive. All of them will be saved. You will find this happening too. He being the Ganapati, he is now the master of all the Ganas. He guides. Sahaj Yoga cannot work out without Sri Ganesh. He is the one who is Sahaj. He is the one who creates all spontaneity of the world. He is the one who takes you to the right path. He is the one who gives you everything easily. He is the one who creates all the chamatkaras, all the magic, all the miracles of the world. He is the Ganapati. He is the one who is sitting on Ganas. In the sense that he is like the king of all the Ganas. The one who has pleased Sri Ganesha has pleased all the gods and goddesses. Because all the gods and goddesses are pleasing Sri Ganesha. So what is the need? And Sri Ganesha is very clever. He knows. Please. His mother is the only simple thing he has to do. To have all the powers of the world. Just keep the mother pleased. There are so many qualities of Sri Ganesha which can be described. He is the one who gives us the joy of eating. If you eat some food, you may like it, you may not like it. But he is the one who will tell you this is made by Sajubis, it's made by your mother. That means he gives you the taste of love in the food that is good for you. Because he is love. He gives you the ideas how to express your love. Once they asked me to sing a song. I used to sing very well once upon a time. But then after lecturing so many times, you see, I think I lost my voice, I couldn't sing well. I thought so. One day they asked me to sing a song and I thought of some song and sang to them. And after a year or so in a program, they said, Mother, we want to sing you a song. This was a song unknown to everyone. I don't know from where they got it, from where they made the tune. They started singing the same song. And such joy, I mean, it all became waves of tears in my eyes. I couldn't control my joy. Now, all this feeling of joy comes from the devices produced by Sri Ganesha. He's busy creating relationships. Beautiful. How? In a birthday, a child's birthday. What do we say? All right. So tomorrow morning, there's a bird is going to drop a present for you. And then the child gets up and sees there's no bird. It's only Ganesha who has given that. We can say he's a Santa Claus. He gives you ways and methods and he tells you how to delicately build up relationships, pure relationships. How you hide, how you wrap a little present, just put it there, and a person who has to take it sees it, oh God. And then you see that. Flowers, which you suddenly bring out and put there, is all Sri Ganesha's efforts, his ways, his suggestions. Among the creation, flowers are expressing Sri Ganesha's essence. And the essence of Sri Ganesha comes from the Mother Earth's essence, is the fragrance. So a person who is endowed with Sri Ganesha's blessings has fragrance. Sometimes chandan, sometimes roses, sometimes this gardenia. You just don't know from where the fragrance is coming. The fragrance is coming from Sri Ganesh. And that is what is the magnet within you. Such a person is fragrant, absolutely fragrant all the time. Sri Ganesha emits all kinds of fragrance from such a person. And that you can only feel when your Sri Ganesha is all right. There's no end to the description of this great deity within you. He's just settled down there. He's all the time there, waiting to be cleansed out, for him to raise his head like a lotus in the mud, to just help it out by respecting it, and he'll be there fragrant within you. So important for this country, where we have raised our head without surrendering it to the Virata, to the collectivity, to Sri Krishna. We have raised our head, which Sri Ganesha will bow down our head for all the bounties that God has bestowed upon us. All arrogance will disappear at the lotus feet of Sri Ganesh. He'll give us wisdom. He'll give us sense to understand. He'll give us power to overcome our arrogance that is within us. He is the one who is the giver of knowledge. He is the one who gives us light. Many people in India also worship Sri Ganesha. Go on, Sri Ganesh, Sri Ganesh, Sri Ganesh, Sri Ganesh. And do all kinds of funny things. That's like cheating yourself unnecessarily. It's so simple to establish Sri Ganesh within. But understand that it is vital that you people who are Sahajogis should establish Sri Ganesh, which is a silent power within it. It doesn't talk. It's a silent power which acts. just a power that's dynamic, without any noise, without any show. And that is what I would say that today, when I have said all these things from my heart, you, the Sahajogis, will establish Sri Ganesha within you. And from you, you will emit such powers that others will be able to establish their Sri Ganesha in this country. May God bless you.
Remain in silence, thoughtless awareness. Let us all together take one time the mantra of Sri Nirmal Ganesh. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now we can take Mother's 3 mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Maha Saraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. 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 We'll finish up with about 5 or 10 minutes of music. So I'll leave it to you if you want to raise your Kundalini now or at the end of the music, however you feel. But for now, I will say goodnight to one and all and thank everyone for taking part tonight or listening later on to the recording. May we all feel the joy of Sri Ganesha in our hearts, forever in the present moment. Jai Shri Mataji. If I could find the music I was going to play, I had it all nicely lined up and I can't find it now. Thank you.